and I can read your tweets live on the air. Also, Armed Radio has a Facebook page. Go to it, like it, check it out. We had something happen here locally, which I'd like to talk about real quick. We had a situation where a young lady went missing. Well, she didn't go missing. It's hard to say. Let me put it this way. When I was raising my beautiful daughter, Victoria, who I am very proud of, when she hit 13, with all the stuff that my family was going through, she, she did what every typical 13-year-old girl does, and they rebel a little bit, and they sneak out, and they go do stuff that's silly, and they go hang out, and they go drink, and they do it all the things that we did when we were in high school. So it's not really a bad thing. It sucks, and of course, you don't want your kids to be that type of kid, but it happens. Well, we have a website here in Hutto. It's called Hutto Neighbors, and everybody's kind of gets together, and it was put out that this young lady was missing. Of course, it was the very first day that she had not come home from school, which I'm not saying something bad could have happened, but I kind of felt from the beginning that things weren't bad. Something probably is happening, but I don't believe it was an abduction. I don't think she got kidnapped or anything, and I don't think she's on her way to Mexico to be part of the sex slave down there, sex slave trade down there. I just didn't believe it. That's just me talking, experience talking. So when it came out, I shared it and just kind of sat back and waited to see what happened. Well, she showed up the next morning. I don't know the full story, but it was not an abduction. It was not a hostage situation. She wasn't grabbed by anybody. I only can speculate based on experience that she probably just was mad at her mom and dad, or maybe she was infatuated with a boy, and she took a chance, just didn't come home. And I guess if anybody's listening to this rebroadcast or broadcast right now, and you have kids between the ages of 13 and 18, remember, between 13 and 18 is when everybody gets pissed off. It's when all the kids get mad and they decide that they know more than their parents. They get stupid at 13, and then or they don't get unstupid till about 21 or 22. So know that it's going to happen. It's natural. You're not the only one. You're not the only one that goes through this. You're not special. You're not unique. Your kids are like everybody else's. And at the end of the day, they're going to be just fine. I had a AT&T tracking device. Well, AT&T has a thing you pay extra. I think an extra $10 a month. That if you're on the family plan, you can track all the phones on the family plan. And that's what I did. I knew where my daughter was when she had her phone on. And she got sneaky sometimes. She'd turn it off, but you can only go so long without Facebook. So she'd turn it back on again, and I'd zero in on her, and I'd know where she's at. And came in handy a couple of times. I went and found her and brought her home. And that's just part of growing up. I don't think she's any different than anybody else. She's a good kid. And she'll get to where she's going, and she'll be just fine. We all did it. I did it when I was a kid. I used to sneak out through I lived in the basement. My bedroom was in the basement. I had a big, huge bedroom downstairs, and had a little window there about ground level, and I'd sneak out, and I'd go. And I'd come back later, come back 2, 3 in the morning sometimes. We'd go out just horsing around or doing silly stuff or just doing whatever. So, kids will be kids, and just don't freak out. And but I'm sure this was embarrassing for her, so she probably won't do it again. And that's good. But that kind of happened here in Hutto, a little small town. Also, what happened about the same time is we had 2 reports of attempted abductions. We had one here in Hutto and one in Pflugerville, which is a town right south of here. Both kids were between 10 and 13 years old, I think, and they claimed that a Hispanic male in a black truck or black SUV approached them and wanted to try to entice them into their truck, and they refused, and they fought them off, or for whatever reason weren't abducted. And so this big, huge news story made the local news about these 2 kids, and come to find out that imagination, I think, was more to play here than an actual abduction. I don't think the kids knew each other. I don't think their stories were joined together as part of a conspiracy. I think it was just a random thing where you're a 10-year-old with a very crazy, I don't know what do you say? What do you call it? Imagination? Maybe cry for attention. Maybe she's just a storyteller. He's just a storyteller. Who knows? But they both ended up being false. Now, a couple of things. We had some folks on the Hutto Neighbors page were all angry and, oh, these kids, a waste of resources. From coming from a law enforcement background, I'm pretty sure the cops figured it out early. And so it's not like they took the entire police force and put them on high alert. No Amber Alert was issued. And they do their jobs. They go through and they're going to sit this child down, probably with a counselor, with a parent. They're going to go through their story, and they have ways of determining whether or not the story is true and whether or not it has any validity. And it came out that both these stories, both in Pflugerville and in Hutto, were not true. There was no attempted abduction. There's nobody, out to get anybody. It was just all made up. So there's that. And understand, if it were me and if it were my kids, I'd be livid. I'd be pissed. But they're 10. And I think you need to look at it from a standpoint of what lesson can be learned. If a spanking or something else is appropriate, then use it. However, you don't want to put them in a position where if something actually happens, that they're going to be afraid to come to you. But, it was found out that both stories were hoaxes, and both kids now, the prosecuting attorney for the county, Williamson County, is getting involved, and it's just stupid. They're kids. Let their parents handle it. Let their parents handle it. Well, good stuff. We're going to take an early break and come back. We got a huge announcement, folks. This is going to blow the doors off of everybody here at Armed Radio Global. I know you guys are staying up for it. I know you guys are sticking around. It's going to be it's a huge announcement. I know. My dog's out back right now. You can hear her running up and down that damn fence and barking at everything. Huge announcement coming up. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Eat24.com. Man, I've been talking about them all night. Eat24.com. They're the real deal, man. If they are in your area and they're set up in your area, all you got to do is put your zip code in, and they'll find a restaurant close to where you're at that delivers, and they'll bring food right to you. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, the big announcement. Plus, we'll see if we can't get some more guys in here on the show. See if they want to join in. Join in the fun. Be present when history is made. I'm Mike Allen. This is the Armed Radio Global Network, and you are on the air.
I bust a shot on them. and one. For real though, I'm trying to see what that thing do.
What up, this your boy Majesty the God. Make sure you go pick up the hottest single that's out right now. All systems go on iTunes and Google Play. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Majesty DAGOD 80 Entertainment. We in here.
All I need in my life is a stay ready, all systems on go. Take a hit, then I pass it to the bro.
Savino Wine Preservation System is wine preservation glassware. Savino is an easy-to-use wine preservation system that allows you to enjoy your favorite wines anytime without waiting for an occasion. Open any bottle with confidence, knowing that you can enjoy the full original flavor of Tuesday's wine on Saturday. For more information, visit us at www.savinowine.com. Today's wine, tomorrow.
We love your dogs and kitties. We love them, yes we do. So when you want to give a gift, a cake or treat or two, PamperedPawGifts.com is the place for you. Yes, PamperedPawGifts.com is the place for you.
The small city of Rockton, Illinois, is stunned by the brutal and senseless murder of an entire family, leaving only the father to pick up the pieces of his shattered life. Two rookie detectives are at odds, but before they get a chance to stop him, the killer strikes again. Will Detective Max Larkin and Detective Jesse Fairlane put their personal differences aside so they can stop the killer from striking again? Find out in the new suspense thriller, Time Killer, from author Todd M. Theed. Available in hardcover, softcover, and Kindle at Amazon.com.
Are you an entrepreneur looking to get your business off the ground? Or are you an established business in need of a plan to present to an investor? Keljo Solutions can provide you with the plan that presents you and your business to others in an organized, professional package. With affordable rates, we have the plan to fit your budget. Visit us on the web at www.keljo.net and watch your business grow.
There is nothing in this world that can make or break your day like a comfortable pair of shoes. And if you're a woman like me, then the perfect shoes are as seductive as the perfect full-bodied wine coupled with a smooth, dark Belgian chocolate. Or a steaming hot bubble bath at the end of a long day. Let's be real, ladies. The perfect pair of shoes can even be better than spine-tingling, bone-melting, body-shivering. Well, you know what I mean. So, where do you get your perfect pair of shoes? Savvy Souls, where chic meets comfort at the intersection of satisfaction, swank, and trendy. Go to www.forsavvysouls.com for 50 to 70% off on the latest spring styles, or find them on Facebook today.
Your search for love and companionship ends here. Join now at TalkToSingles.com for free. It's a new, high-quality, internet-based personal dating service that allows single men and single women to meet and engage in electronic conversation in the safety and comfort of their home computer. It's a dedicated team providing online dating services for successful matchmaking. Join today absolutely for free and start connecting with singles in your area now. And check out the Android app. Go to TalkToSingles.com. That's Singles.com.
This is Matt Hazley, your host of Straight Talk. Come join me every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on ARM Radio, home of the big guns. Boom.
It's Tom here from Spot On with Leno and Tom. Tune in Monday nights from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern while we talk it up and have a few laughs. Here at Armed Radio Global, home of the big guns.
All right, welcome back to the show. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by E24.com. Talked about them going into the break. You got to talk about them again. It's awesome. They can bring food right to where you're at. Go to E24.com. Put in your zip code. They'll find a restaurant somewhere near to you. We'll bring food right to